Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. We've got a battle on the Hallouf map, and it's Bandito Jr. from Clan again. This time he's in the WZ-131G FT, which is a Tier 6 Chinese tank destroyer, very similar to the SU class, of course. And here we go. So heading to an area where you can shoot across to the other side, where the light tanks and medium tanks sometimes cross, and see whether you can get spots from the other side. And there you go, spotted a VK-3001P. That one went in, now he's gone dark, so he's probably going to fire a few more blind shots. Let's have a look. Yep. Now that one, you saw the dust go up, so that was a miss. So it's either pull back or not there. Now I couldn't see anything from that spot, but look at this technique here. Okay, so he's looked away using holding down the right mouse button to move his reticle. So there's an interesting technique here that you should be aware of. So it doesn't change the aiming spot that the gun is pointing at, but it makes it a bit more visible to see where the shell goes. So it also keeps your eye more open on the open field in front of you. So just something to remember that you can use that. Now, couldn't see any splashes there, but that also could be the distance that is basically right on the edge of the draw range. So you've got to keep a close eye on that. And spotted a T-37 coming up as they lost their T-3485M that went down there to try and cross as well. Got taken out. And it looks like he's going to put a few more blind shots in there. They started off with 30 odd shells, so let's see how well he uses them. Well, that's a good use of them, putting him into the T-37, see if he can get another shot in. Good anticipation of where the T-37 is going. Really get another shot in. It doesn't look like looks like he's taking hard cover there. And he's gone dark, so probably doesn't want to waste a shot there. But look, he's turning his attention back to this part. And yeah, you just got to see whether you can spot whether those shells have gone into the ground or actually hitting a target. And that one definitely didn't go into a target. The first one may have. So I have to check when the tank gets visible again, if it does. He's got that T-37's being chased down by the Cheeto. And he's going to come back into the open, and bang, off he goes. So taking out light tanks, good idea. Now firing a few more shots in here where tank destroyers might be, and also various tanks that don't want to battle out. And there's that BK that he shot before. So it looks like his other blind shots didn't go in. He's only had about 300 hit points taken off, which is about roughly what Bandito put into him. So not getting a lot of value out of those blind shots, doesn't look like. Now he's just holding his shot here. Probably trying to anticipate whether it's going to penetrate or not. He's firing premium ammo. And he pulls back as soon as he fires just to see whether he gets spotted, and yes he did. So that VK is actually fairly close. It's more likely the VK spotted him than someone else, but it does obviously open you up to both artillery and another fire. And you can see that shot that came in there, that would have been from a tank or a TD, not arty, because you get a different sound. So yeah, that VK, yep, so he didn't get spotted that time. That VK was behind a rock, so most likely the VK was the one spotting him. The VK's gun is pointing this way, but what he's done here is he's tracked him. You can see the tracks are broken from the outline, and it's basically holding him in place. And he's just adjusting his aim, just in case, and gets the kill. So, good use of a blind shot there, but just turning his attention back to those bushes, you can see the splash now. He's closer now to where the shot's landing, so it gives you a bit more definition of whether that shot hit. So both of those, you saw the dust flying up behind, indicate that was a miss. Similarly with that one. Now, he's got an interesting position here. He has only 10 of his premium rounds left and 2 HE, so 12 shells in total that he's got to make last for the rest of the game, and it's only been going for nearly 5 minutes. So what he's doing here is going to come up, put pressure on the other side, see if he can spot out any TDs holding back. There's that T-3485M that got deleted in the first minute or so. So just while he's climbing up the slope here, because it's going to be a bit slow, let's have a look at the gun quickly. So it's got the premium rounds, 100 millimeters, 250 damage and 241 pen. You can see the shell velocity 1125, so quite reasonable there. And the AK spotted at SU-122-44. Quick snapshot there. Now coming up from this angle with the slope on the frontal armour of the SU, that basically adds to the slope of the armour, so it makes it much more difficult to pen from this angle. The best thing you can do here is just keep spotting that SU, and hopefully the arty, because there are 3 arty on both sides, but they can basically punish him. But of course Bandito's getting lit each time he comes close, because you can see the proximity circle on the mini-map there. If the enemy tank is in that circle, then you're going to get proxy spotted just as you're going to spot them. He's getting some assistance promised from the T-37, so this is good. So if he can keep the SU distracted and pointing towards him, the T-37 could come up behind and put some shots in. That might force him to turn, but actually no, it's not trying to turn here, he's trying to see if he can push down. But again, that shot went in to that frontal armour, which was getting extra slope from the way he's coming in. Puts a shot into that KV2, that was a bit optimistic. He was only just poking the top of the turret out. And firing another one of his valuable shots. He's down to 6 of his rounds, and the fact that BK's KV has come out, and he gets a shot in, which is fine. Hopefully that KV can basically get taken out on the other side. There's only one tank in front, and he's that SU-122-44. He doesn't want to really get in the way of that gun. He's got all these hit points, but he's only got 620, and I think that tank has got pretty high alpha gun. So that takes him down to a 1-shot. And that T-37 is helping him being distracted, but clearly the SU doesn't know where he was, and he takes him out. So that gives them a little bit more advantage in the game. Takes Bandito up over 2,000 hit points of damage, and also clears the top area here, so that gives him an opportunity to come up and spot for the arty. And in fact, on the enemy side there are just the 3 arty left and 1 medium tank. So they do have a real advantage now. So just coming up this direction, it's quite common for arty to be on top of this ridge. He's got the T-37 there. T-37 can go up and scout around that side. I haven't spotted any arty yet, so this will just clear that ground and make sure they're not going to get surprised from the rear. Okay, no arty's found. There must be some more. You can see where the M12 was last seen on the map, but in fact, okay, he's found the SU-8, and that SU won't have noticed them because the view range is shocking. Takes out the first one. 2 arty left, and the medium tank. And the medium tank's been finished off by the Black Prince. So now it's just the 2 arty left, and where are they? Now, look at Bandito's shell count, he's only got 3 rounds left. Is he going to make them last? is the question. Now you can see he's switched to HE rounds when he was facing the SU, trying to get the most out of that on lightly armoured vehicles is a really good choice. And okay, they've just been spotted. In fact, looks like Bandito spotted them. He's got the M44 running away. Fires his first shot in. Don't know where that one in. That now left him with 2 shells left. One of which is his premium round. Takes out the M44. I think that M44 got tracked because he stopped all of a sudden. So that was fortunate. But he's got 1 shot left, 1 tank left. Is he going to get the opportunity to use it on that tank? If he does, that will be a Fadins medal for sure. Only 1 tank, 1 shell left. Fadins is a medal you get for using your last shell to kill the last enemy and win the game. So it's a pretty rare medal, and quite often you see replays that show players deliberately firing shots into the ground next to an enemy who is AFK. That's not what you call a real Fadins medal, so hopefully this one will turn out just the way you need. Now the M12 shotgun the T-37, and the direction he's heading, he's going off into the area where the Artie is on Bandito's side. So he's either going to try and take out one of those, or he's just trying to hide in a less obvious spot, but he knows he's been spotted, I'm pretty sure. So Bandito's got to hold his shot, and hopefully the Artie don't take him out completely. M12 will probably try and stop and try and turn around and shotgun. But what is good is the Artie will have taken out some hit points there, just like that. Takes out the kill, uses his last shot, and that's a Fadins medal. And it's also his top gun with 6 kills. So a nice coincidence there. And nearly 3k of damage. Let's go and have a look at the detail results. So another Ace Tanker Mastery badge there for Bandito, and a stack of medals. Let's have a quick look at them. The Top Gun for getting the 6 kills, high caliber award for the most damage there, 3680 damage, and Dimitri's medal, which I haven't seen for a while, destroy 3 enemy SPGs in 1 battle in a tanker or tank destroyer. More importantly, the Fadins medal, basically for destroying the last enemy vehicle with the last shell in your tank. Now, quite often we've seen sort of artificial Fadins medal where you get an AFK tank and the player just fires all his shells into the ground next to it and then uses his last shot to kill. But this is, one of the rare occasions where you see it actually in battle, probably helped by the fact that he had quite a few blind shots at the start, so just shows you that the luck involved there. He could have run out of shells before he got to that last tank. So yeah, well done there on the Fadins. I think I've got one, but yeah, it's very similar circumstances. And let's go and have a look at the team score. 1482 base experience, again a great achievement there. That put him on top. Supported by the P43 BIS and the Cheeto. Not a whole lot of damage between them, but yeah, obviously supporting the team well. And on the other side, the KV2 did the most out of that, but the rest of the team really didn't perform all that well. And let's have a look at the detailed results. So 40 shots fired, 20 hits. So that counted for all the blind shots that you saw at the start. 17 of the hits penetrated. And he was using premium ammunition quite a bit, so you can see his ammunition cost really quite excessive, and it's a tech tree tank, so no premium effects there in the profit earning. So a loss there, significant loss, 129k, but overall if you're playing premium account and premium vehicles, you'll make that up fairly soon. So another great battle there from Bandito Jr. I'm very happy to see his content on this channel, and if you're happy to see that as well, if you wouldn't mind giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already done that. And also if you want to leave any comments below, I'm always happy to see those and to respond if you have questions. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you again sometime.